नित्यानन्देश्वरसमारम्भां नित्यानन्देश्वरिमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्. I welcome all the devotees, disciples, samajis, satsangis, srimahans, mahans, tanedars, kotaris, visitors, viewers, everyone sitting with us all over the world through Nithyananda TV, Sadhana TV and two-way video conferencing, having Nayanadiksha all over the world. Cities sitting with us in two-way video conferencing, having Nayanadiksha all over the world. Los Angeles, Arunachalam, Seattle, Chidambaram, Houston, Kalahasti, Hyderabad, Gupta Kashi, Scottsdale, Arizona, Columbus, Sri Lanka, Toronto, Tirukkailayam, Oklahoma, Somanatham, Melbourne, Tiruvarur, London, Kashi, Enriching Temple, Biddi, Dakota Dunes, Vancouver, Canada, St. Louis, Tirumala, Jorpati, Nepal, Oman, Sivagangai, Vancouver, Canada, San Jose, Madurai, Guadalupe, Rameshwaram, Rajapalayam, Ohio, Prayag, Singapore, Singapuram, Dakota Dunes, Maprabha, St. Louis, Hyderabad, Nithyananda Nagaram, and some more cities. I welcome London, Kashi, Melbourne, Tiruvarur, Columbus, Sri Lanka. Some more cities are joining. Tiruvannamalai. I welcome all of you with my love and respects. Today, 5th day of the Nithyananda Brahmotsavam. Today my deity has been decorated as the depicting the enlightenment experience in Pavalakkundru Thiruvannamalai, the Pavalakkundru Anubhava Leelai. On that day, I had a enlightenment experience at the age of 12 on Vaikashi month, Purnima Tithi, Vaikasi Visagam, and all the gods and goddesses are also still present for Tirukkalyana Utsava. So all the Sabdamurtis are gracing, blessing all of us. Let us receive their blessings, then enter into the Satsang. Today I'll expand on the main theme of Upanishads. Please understand, listen. Yesterday I was expanding on Jnana, Bhakti, Vijnana. Having all the necessary intellectual understanding to live Advaita is Jnana. Having all the intellectual understanding, listen, having all the necessary intellectual understanding is Jnana. Having all the necessary feeling connection strength to live Advaita is Bhakti. Having all the necessary cognitions to live Advaita is Vijnana. Listen. Having all the intellectual understandings which is necessary to live Advaita. Living Advaita means radiating all powerful, all knowledge, always blissful, Sachitanandamaya. The Satchitananda is not a fantasy. Please be very clear. It is not a fantasy of the Hindu brain. No. It is not a fairy tale from some old rishis of Tarukavana or Naimisharanya. No. Listen. Listen. Satchitananda is not fantasy, it is reality. Satchitananda is a reality. I am not interested in debating with the people who call this as a fantasy. I am only interested in giving this experience to people who want to receive it. With more debates, more time will be wasted. I am not interested in that. I am not interested in leading to unnecessary debate, but I am always ready to clarify all the possible doubts. Upanishads. Upanishads are the most powerful expansion on living Advaita. Listen. I just feel in front of me each concept is sitting like a huge hill. I have to climb each hill, explain that and come down, and climb the next hill and explain that and come down. Because the way the Jnana, whatever is required for you to live Advaita is explained in the Upanishads for God. Such brilliant brains cannot have fantasies, please understand. Cannot have delusions. You can never think the brains of the rishis having delusions or fantasies. No. Somebody can grasp, understand, and poetically present such an high truths. No way you can accuse them of having fantasies or delusions. That is why I am telling you, Satchitananda is not delusion. It is as true as your breakfast and good night's sleep. If you come and tell me you had your breakfast just now, I am not going to accuse you of delusion, illusion. I know it is a reality. Because breakfast is possible, you can eat it, it would have happened. It is that simple. Please understand, it is that simple. If you come and tell me I had a peaceful sleep, good night's sleep, I am not going to accuse you. Oh, you must have been deluded. Maybe you are in a delusion. You are in fantasy. How can you have a good night's sleep? No. A good night's sleep is simple possibility. I am telling you. Satchidananda, the all-knowing, all-powerful, always blissful, is such a simple possibility. It is pathetic. Really, really, really pathetic. That's the word I'll use. Pathetic. To deny the existence of your very higher possibility. Denying the higher possibility and denying your higher possibilities, denying your future. Understand, if you deny that you can ever become rich, happy, comfortable, you are denying your whole future. Same way, denying your possibility of Satchitananda is denying your spiritual future. It is spiritual suicide. Do not allow people to force you to commit spiritual suicide. And I am telling you, there are tons and tons and tons of people are forcing you to commit spiritual suicide. Through their direct, indirect teachings and preachings. Through the TV serials, cinemas, books, entertainment shows, media, internet, whatnot. People are constantly forcing you to deny your future spiritual possibility. Guru is the death bell for all those ignorance. Listen, Guru is the powerful wake-up call towards your spiritual possibility, waking you to your spiritual possibility, waking you to your spiritual future. waking you to your spiritual future, waking you to your spiritual possibility. Waking you to your spiritual future, waking you to your spiritual possibility is the job of the Guru. Satchitananda is not delusion or illusion or imagination. Satchitananda, living Satchitananda is possible. That's the first statement I want to give about living Advaita. Second, the understandings you need, for that spiritual possibility listen. Understandings you need for that spiritual possibility is Jnana, sacred knowledge. Sacred sentiments you need to have. You need certain kind of emotional strength when you go through the transformation. When you start living Advaita, certain emotional strength is required, and the intensity of the passion and emotion can be used to explode into living Advaita, to take you to the just next level. Understand, never a person has taken a decision to live sannyas intellectually. After intellectual conclusion, after intellectual analysis and conclusion, no. Anybody who has taken sannyas after the intellectual analysis and conclusion was never successful. Only a person who used his emotional passion and depth. Your emotion is a pure power which can just transmit you from one space to another space. Only the people who used that power, that strength, the pure emotion and power of devotion, took the decision of sannyas and were successful. And only they were successful. I am telling you. After seeing thousands and thousands of sannyasis of different religions, and after being respected, revered by so many sannyasis, and after respecting, revering so many sannyasis, understand, I have also revered, respected, bowed down to thousands of sannyasis, and thousands have bowed down to me. With all this experience, I am telling you, only people who used the strength and power of emotion, devotion, are successful sannyasis. Never the intellectual analysis. See, if I am living in one corner of Himalayas, on the banks of Ganga, in a small hut, having a small garden just for food, and living in that Himalayan hut. And if you are given a chance, only one person is going to be there, that is you. Who will say no? No one is going to say no. That is intellectually analyzing and taking decision. Wow. Only Swamiji, nobody else. I can have Swamiji all for myself. That is intellectual decision. You will never be successful in sannyas with intellectual decision. If you understand, this Sangha is the Ganga. And still I am sitting not some remote corner of Himalayas. I am sitting in actually remote corner of Kailasa. Still you are ready to live Advaita with the Sangha. That really is the strength that can happen only if you use your emotional and devotion strength. That is life. I am telling you, I think many are still floating in visualization with them being alone with Swamiji in Himalayan hut, yet to come back. Settle down. Settle down. This Sangha is the Ganga, and the strength of your pure devotion. See, when you have the pure devotion, you are always alone with your master. No one else will be there. Only when the devotion comes down, you will see others. It's like only when flood comes down, you will see the rocks in the bank. If it is flooding, you won't see any rock, tree, anything. So when the devotion strength is flooding you, you won't see anybody around you. You know it is only you and the master, nothing else. Nobody else exists. Only when the devotion comes down, you will see, oh, why is she all the time shouting at me? Why is he looking at me like that? Why is he trying to snatch my pencil? Why is he taking away my laptop? He is not talking to me properly. Now all that starts when the devotion comes down. All that starts when the devotion comes down. Understand. The necessary sacred sentiments for you to experience living Advaita is Bhakti. Unnecessary cognitions, that means beyond doubt there are some basic understanding. When I started listening to some of these stories from my grandfather, Margandeya story and Kannappa story All these great saints, saintly figure story, Prahalada story. Somehow it became part of my cognition that Mahadeva is available to you. Mahadeva is available to you. Understand? I used to go and sit with Annamalai Swamigal. In his presence, they will read Ribu Gita sometimes. When I heard those Ribu Gita, many of the verses automatically became part of my cognition. Same way when I read these Upanishads first. They just became part of my cognition. Understand? Reading spiritual books or listening to the Satsang is allowing the possibility of having spiritual cognitions. Please understand. If you listen 10 ideas from the Master's mouth, 2 ideas you may be debating, but suddenly the 4, 5 will just sit and go inside your cognition and it will become unshakable cognition. Even you will forget to question them. Whatever you forgot to doubt, hate, deny. See, when your SDHD was busy in fighting with 2, 3 ideas, other 3, 4 ideas will just go and sit inside your being. Satsang is always for that purpose. Satsang is actually for that purpose. I'll be throwing some 20 ideas. Your logic is not capable of fighting with all the 20 ideas. You are SDHD. You are self-doubt, self-hatred, self-denial. It will be fighting in 2, 3 front with 4, 5 ideas. What is there? For Swamiji, enlightenment happened at the age of 12. He had great masters like Annamalai Swamigal, Isakki Swamigal, Raghupati Yogi. They were all the time with him, he was all the time with them. He had it. What can we do? Yes, your self-doubt, self-hatred, self-denial will be doing all this drama. I am not saying no. But it can be doing this drama only with few concepts and thoughts, not with all. By the time it does its drama, the other 2000 ideas, 2000 truths which I am giving will become part of your cognition. That is the purpose of Satsang. Raising your spiritual cognition higher and higher and higher every day, beyond your SDHD, is purpose of Satsang. Listen. Raising your cognition, spiritual cognition every day, beyond your SDHD, is the purpose of Satsang. The main theme of Upanishads is to make you live Advaita by giving you the Jnana, sacred knowledge, understandings, and sacred sentiments, emotional strength, sacred cognition, Vijnana. Sacred sentiments is Bhakti. Sacred cognition is Vijnana. Truths sacred sentiments, sacred cognitions. Once actually I landed upon a very deep, strong, sacred cognition in my life that I cannot be hurt. I cannot have any pain. I am the Atma. Atma cannot have any pain, suffering, nothing. It is pure space. It was so powerful and so strong. I went and took the knife and cut my thigh to check it. A child will not have a guts to take a knife and cut himself to check. Understand, I tell you, the power of the cognition was so much. I could not control myself testing it on me because I was too excited. Of course, I needed few more understanding. See, when I am the Atma, soul, I am not the body, and I cannot be destroyed, I don't have pain, I am beyond sufferings, then I should have tested that on my Atma, not on my body. I have tested it on which something I am not. See, the experience is sitting in the Atma, the cognition is sitting in the consciousness. But experimenting, I am doing it on my body. That understanding I gathered little later. But that cognition was so powerful. Even when there was a pain on the body, I did not feel bad for what I did. I did not feel bad about testing it. It was such an ecstasy. Wow, wow, wow. Like a long journey is over. Now I don't need to run around anywhere here and there. I am that rest, that restful awareness, that cognition was such an ecstasy. Gathering these cognitions into your being is what I call living Advaita. Living Advaita. Atma upamyena sarvatra samam pashyati Arjuna sukam va yadi va dukkam sayogi paramo mataha. He who through the likeness of the self, O Arjuna, sees equality everywhere, be it pleasure or pain, he is regarded as the highest yogi. The 6th chapter, 32nd verse of Bhagavad Gita. Atma upamyena sarvatra samam pashyati Arjuna sukam va yadi va dukkam sayogi paramo mataha. I'll continue to expand on Upanishads. With this, I bless you all. Let you all radiate with integrity, authenticity, responsibility, enriching and causing living Advaita, eternal bliss, Nithyananda. Thank you.
Nithyananda Dhyanapītam, Nithyananda Nagar, off Mysore Road, Bidadi, Bengaluru. Phone 08027279999. www.nithyananda.org. www.youtube.com/Life Bliss Foundation.